Artlist.io.
Hey, what's going on, guys? How we doing today? Welcome to Small Town Talk. We're gonna do things a little bit different today than what we've been doing them. Gonna talk about something a little different anyway. You know, whenever I started this podcast thing, which hasn't been very long ago, I'm learning a lot all the time. But I never wanted to talk about one certain thing. You know what I mean? I want to be able to talk about anything, small town talk. I want to be able to talk normal people talking about, you know, normal things that happen in our lives every day, normal things we deal with, whether it be, well, anything, kids, work, you know what I mean? Politics, news, whatever I want to talk about, I want to talk about. And so today I'm going to talk about something a little different. And what I want to talk about is fake people, is people. Man, I can't stand fake ass people. I can't stand them. I'm just being honest with you. And there's so much of it nowadays. It's just everywhere you look, you know. It seems like our whole society's ate up with it. You know, trying to be somebody you're not. I mean, we've done it forever, but it just seems more prevalent now than it did when I was younger. Maybe just because I was young, I don't know. But, you know, I can't take fake people. When I say fake people, I mean, you know the person I'm talking about. The one that, you go up and they say, "Hey, how's it going?" You know what I mean? And as soon as you turn your back, they're talking about you. You know what I mean? "Oh, Chris, he did this or did that." No, not particularly me, but whoever, "Oh, man, they sure look a little rough, I heard they're having problems. I heard he's doing this. I heard she's doing this." You know what I mean? I can't stand that. You know, you need to be real with people, and that's gotten lost a lot along the way. And it fake people piss me off because if you're gonna say something to me, say it. I don't get butthurt easy. So, if you got something to say it. And I'll do the same. You know? I mean, there's no reason to sugarcoat shit all the time. You know? So, there's a time and a place to say things. There's a time and a place to do things. But, I don't like all that backstabbing people. I get so sick of people. They drive around their fancy cars and they live in their fancy houses, and hey, that's all fine and good if that's the life you want to live. But don't put on some facade. You know what I mean? Facebook's full of it. You know what I mean? So many people, especially in relationships, so many people look at Facebook and think, "Oh, look at this couple. Look how sweet. They're taking pictures of the beach, in Tahiti." You know what I mean? When the truth be known, they're fixing to go bankrupt and they put the Tahiti trip on their card because they didn't want to tell their best friends that they couldn't afford the damn trip. You know what I mean? And they spent half their damn time in the motel room arguing about it. But the pictures are good. You know what I mean? We're looking real happy. Fake ass people. I can't stand it. You know what I mean? And it's not just, it's everybody. Guys do it, Hell, I mean, let's be real. When it comes to women, I mean, you don't really get what you see most of the time. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they're all dolled up, got their makeup on, got their hair done. They look a lot different at nighttime when all that stuff's off and you're ready to go to bed. I mean, I guarantee you, everybody thinks they got to impress somebody. Everybody's out to impress people. I'm just not about that. I am who I am, and like it or not, you know what I mean? And just like this podcast, I don't got a lot of viewers, and that's all fine and dandy. If you don't like what I'm saying today, you don't have to listen. You know, if you don't like what you see, and turn your ass around, look somewhere else. I mean, it's that simple with me. I'm telling you, man, I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of fake crap. It's always somebody. And there's a reason I'm doing this podcast. People that want to stick their damn nose into everybody else's business and gossip about their life when their own personal life is shit. You know what I mean? Why can't people just mind their own and deal with their own problems instead of worrying about everybody else? They would think they're making their own life less significant whenever they're talking shit about somebody else's life all the time. I mean, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand why you want to try to be somebody you're not. It seems like you really got to fight to be true to yourself and not pretend, you know what I mean? And be real with somebody, you know? And I'm not ever really been like that. And I don't like that, you know? And, you know, it's kind of like, a lot of the ladies, I mean, I'm not just putting it off on the ladies because guys do it just as bad, but you know, ladies always want to kind of mold somebody into something else that they're not. They want to pretend like, well, there's a good saying I've heard. How's it go? A man gets married and prays, his wife never changes from the way she is whenever, they were dating. And a woman gets married praying that she can mold her husband into the person she wants him to be. I got news for you, ladies. If you if you're marrying somebody or with somebody that you're wanting to change them and they ain't changed for you when you're dating them, you probably shouldn't marry them because chances they're going to change are slim to none. So, take that for whatever it's worth. But this is it's just bugging me. I want to rant about it today. It annoys the shit out of me, and I see it everywhere with so many people. And I don't know why people just can't be real with themselves. You know what I'm saying? I mean, nobody's perfect. We all have skeletons in our closet. We all have things that not necessarily going to talk about with people, but I mean, just because you're being frank with people and you're honest with people, don't mean you have to tell them everything. I mean, that's half the problem to begin with. If you give them something to talk about, they're going to talk about it. If people just learn to shut their mouth and mind their own business and deal with their problems and keep them at home and not spread everything every time something goes wrong, you know what I mean? I mean, we want to talk about everything, and we tell the absolute wrong people. You know what I mean? I mean, everybody's got a group of people they can trust. At least you should have someone you can talk to and know that if you tell them something, it's not going to go nowhere. You know what I mean? And people don't do that. They have something go wrong in their life or, you know, something go wrong with one of their kids. What do? They get on the damn phone. They call 50 million people. And then 50 million people are out there looking like, oh my God, what? That's going on there? Oh my God. Well, they can, oh my God, all they want. Guaranteed, I can look into your life and find a problem too. Nobody's perfect. Everything's messed up. Every family, you know, has shit going on. You know what I mean? Every one of them. And you can't judge a book by its cover. You can't. And that saying is so true, you know, because especially nowadays with media and with social media and everything else, man, you really don't know how things are going. I mean, I hear things all the time from people, you know, and God, if you watched them on Facebook, you'd swear, you know, they're, they're having this wonderful life, nothing's going on, everything's good, and really they're miserable, you know. They got more problems you could shake a stick at. And, that's just not going to be who I am, you know. If I have a problem and I want to share it, I'll share it. I'll tell you, I'm kind of an open book, really. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't have anything to hide. You know what I mean? I mean, I don't care what you think. People need to gather that attitude. They need to get that attitude, you know. You don't got to give a shit about what everybody thinks about you. You know, I mean, there's boundaries. Sure, you don't want everybody thinking you're a bum, crackhead, freaking loser, but you also don't want to, you know, worry about what you look like, what they think you look like, or how successful you're being, or you know, your family issues are really just not any of their business. You know, unless you make it their business. And if you post your problems all on Facebook, you're making it their business. It irritates me so much when people rant on Facebook and cry and whine about their personal stuff on Facebook. I can't stand that. I mean, why would you do that? Why do you got to spew all that on Facebook? Learn how to deal with that shit yourself. You know, you don't have to call every Tom, Dick, and Harry every time something goes wrong, whine and complain. And then what do they do with it? They sit around and they call 10 more people. And, next thing you know, it's blown up. 10 lies are told. It's stretched out to a huge ass fish story, that ain't half of it true. That's the way it goes every time. And I'm just sick of it. I'm tired of fake ass people. I'm tired of dealing with fake ass people. You know, they want to tell you how to, they're the people who want to come tell you how to raise your kids whenever their life is a complete train wreck. You know, they're the ones who want to pretend like everything's great in their life. You know, they're the ones who are afraid to say, "Man, my kid's not doing good." They're ones who are afraid to, oh God, if they don't have a freaking, um, you know, my kid's a straight A student, or sticker on the back of their minivan, that they're crying in their beer at night because you know it takes all kinds in this world, guys. People go through things, kids go through things, people change, you know, and we fight for everything. Raising kids nowadays is not easy, you know, and that's a big part of it. There's more people talk about kids. I mean, kids, they talk more shit about kids than I've ever seen in my life. I mean, why? I mean, they're still young. They're still developing. They're still figuring out life. You know, and I get it. This is not an easy life to figure out nowadays. You know, things are not the same as they were. It just irritates me. And you know, I'm not trying to come on here and cuss at everybody. I just it was just on my mind and it aggravates me. So, it's not going to be a long video today. It's not, you know, whatever. I'm not asking for tons of viewers. I just want to rant, and say, stop being fake, be real. Be real with yourself, be real with other people. Just be honest, you know? You don't got to be showy. You don't got to, you know, just because you don't drive a nice freaking car or own a big fancy house or, you know, have the best clothes ever doesn't make you any less a person than anybody else. Have some confidence in yourself, you know, stand up and, stick your chest out, be proud, you know, you don't got to act like somebody else. Don't be fake. It's the worst thing in the world you can do. Anyway, guys, be blessed. Have a good day. And we'll talk to you later.